Welcome to the Hoopsville National Invitational Classic and part of the interview process, as it were. I am Dave McHugh. I'm joined by Coach Mike DeWitt of Ohio Wesleyan, joins me here. And first and foremost, if you hear any noise in the background, doing this during games, which is kind of a unique opportunity. And you played a little earlier. We're talking here on Friday. You come in and, well, your thoughts on how that game against Laverne went. They kind of nipped you right there at the end.
They did. Laverne plays a style of play that right now is going to bother us with a lot of pressure, a lot of full court type of things that we don't see in our league usually, which is why this tournament is good for us, quite frankly. And so for our young players, and we've got some players trying to figure out their roles, it was a perfect way to play us this early in the season, and they've got a very good team. I have to give those guys credit. They were very difficult for us to play. 3-point loss for us early in the year. We're going to rebound, and we'll be fine as we go forward.
They gave you guys a couple chances there. A foul on a three-point shot that nearly fell, and then they gave you a few seconds at the end of the game for a tying shot. You certainly had the opportunities, just couldn't get them to fall.
We had some opportunities, and you look at our shooting percentages. We were 4 for 17 from 3, and this is coming off a conference game we played against Kenyon on Wednesday night where we shot the ball extremely well. So I honestly don't know going forward what team I'm going to see tomorrow, or the good shooting team, the bad shooting team, somewhere in between. But we certainly did not shoot the ball like we are capable of today.
Of course, you'll play the second game against your friend, really, Pat Cunningham at Trinity, Texas. They came out with a win over Keystone, but you'll play them in the final game on Saturday. I know you're probably looking forward to at least getting another game under you, but another style difference. Maybe something, again, you won't see in your conference.
Well, first of all, Pat is everybody's friend, so that's not exclusive to me. Watching the Trinity Keystone game, completely different type of game than our game versus Laverne, and probably a game actually we would probably prefer a style of play we'd probably prefer to play. So it should be a good game. Obviously Pat's a great coach, and they're going to be prepared for us as well. So we're looking forward to. We're just looking forward. Anytime after a loss, you're just looking forward to getting back on the court and playing. And I think our guys will be ready tomorrow.
There's a team that made the NCAA tournament last year. Of course, lost in the second round to a team you may be familiar sitting here at the Hoopsville Classic in Cabrini. But you're now looking at coming back off of that. You did lose some key parts. Is this a team that can make the tournament? Is this a team that's going to battle for the top of the conference as it has over the last few years?
Honestly, I think we're a little overrated at this point. I know we got some votes in the national poll, and we were picked third in our conference. I'm not sure we're that team yet. I think we can get there, whether it's December, January, February, depending on how we progress. We're making up for a lot of missing pieces that we've had the last 2 years, especially an All-American point guard who kind of ran the show and did a lot of things for us. That we are playing a lot of players that either have not played college basketball or whose roles have been expanded quite a bit. And once they get that, we've got a chance to be good.
Well, look at your players. If there's somebody that if the fans are keying on when they're watching your games, who are the kind of guys that really should be kind of focal, that are going to be good on the offense or they're good on the defense, or they're going to be the keys to this team?
Well, I think defensively, as you saw today, we have a fantastic shot blocker in Ruel Rogers. He had 9 blocks his first game and 5 tonight. Probably one of the better Division III shot blockers in the country. He anchors our defense. He enables us to do some things defensively, by just being a force in the paint. And offensively, Taylor Rieger, who did not have a great game today, probably because he's on our soccer team and they just lost Sunday and he's only had 3 practices. Yeah. But, he's going to get better and better as the year goes on, too. But he's an all-conference caliber guard for us, too. So as he gets into the flow a little bit, that's obviously going to make us better as well.
And then we look at the conference. Obviously, it's always a battle in this conference in Ohio. If anyone's not familiar, though, tell us how you think this conference is going to shape up and who really are the top dogs this year.
Good. I know a lot of coaches tell you their conference is getting better and better every year. I'm going to use that cliche as well. Worcester is, again, very, very good, very well coached, some great talent there. Wittenberg returns all 5 starters from a team that won 17 games and finished tied for 3rd. They're very good. Kenyon is the same way, who we were fortunate enough to beat on Wednesday, returns all 5 starters from a team that tied for 3rd with Wittenberg. And DePaul has already beaten, and they've won at North Central already. Yeah. So we've got, it's a hard road to win our conference regular season. The tournament is more of a crapshoot, but getting to the Final Four of the tournament is not an easy thing in our conference anymore, and especially this year with the depth that it presents.
Of course, on the women's side, DePaul running away with it every year, it seems, but on the men's side, it's a fight every night, as you point out. You look long-term, the one advantage you have this year, after 4 years of being on the men's committee and 1 year as being a chair, those responsibilities are off your shoulders a little bit. Are you able to sleep a little bit more at night? Is your brain able to rest a little bit more?
It's funny, on the first weekend of the season this year, we were off, and I found myself doing what I did last year. I was on my home computer checking scores from the West Coast at 11 p.m., and I looked at my computer and I go, why am I doing this? And so I turned it off and went to bed. It was awesome. So I do find myself having a little more time. I was glad to serve on the committee. I worked with some fantastic people. But 4 years is enough. I think they have the term limits down correctly. I think any more than that, it can create probably a burnout situation for some people. And just being able to coach your team and work at Ohio Wesleyan and not have the added responsibility and of being on the NCAA men's basketball committee, it's been nice. It really has been nice.
And finally, before we let you go, here at the Hoopsville National Invitational Classic, I know last-minute invitation. I kind of caught you in the corner of the Salem Civic Center and say, you got any dates available? You said yes, and we got you here. What do you hope of the ultimate goal coming out of this? What's been the experience? How's the travel been?
It's a great experience for our team and our program. We're excited to be here against some great teams from the Mid-Atlantic region and beyond. I know the tournament's going to keep getting better and better. I think our team will get some confidence out of it. Hopefully that we can be seen on a national level even more than we have been the past couple of years, and have some confidence going forward. I'd also like to say the people here at Stevenson have been absolutely fantastic, from some of the trainers to the equipment people to the staff members. They've just been so helpful in getting all 10 teams, organized and to their locker rooms and to the media places. I mean, it's been, they do a fantastic job. You can tell they've taken a lot of pride in hosting this.
Well, we appreciate you coming to join us, and we certainly look forward. We talked to him between games. They will take on Trinity in the second one against Pat Cunningham, as we mentioned. A friend to everybody is a good point. As always, you know this. I always give the guests the final word. Any final thoughts you want to share with those who may be watching?
No, I just said my final words. I think we're in for another exciting year of Division III basketball. I think there's some really, really good teams out there. I think there are some emerging teams out there. And I think it's going to be a really neat year, and I'm interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, it's certainly been exciting already in the first 8 days of the season. We can only imagine what the next few months are going to present. Well, for Coach Mike DeWitt for Ohio Wesleyan, I'm Dave McHugh. We'll have plenty more interviews with the coaches here at the Hoopsville National Invitational Classic throughout the weekend.